Hey, good morning. This is Amy Anderson. I'm with BF Anderson and Company, and I wanted to give you guys a quick weekly update on what's going on in the stock market, bond market, all the good major indexes since we've had quite a volatile May. And I know a lot of people like to say, sell in May, go away, which just says that from November to April, those are the only times you should be in the stock market because on average, that's the highest growth period. Well, I will always disagree with rhyming schemes. I will disagree with anything that tries to time the market because essentially anything can happen. And if you are someone who is superstitious and follows those types of sayings, you're going to lose in the long run, let me tell you. Just remember, last December was the worst December in history for the stock market. So basically, though, I wanted to get to another subject, which is inverted yield curves, okay? Because we hear about this a lot. It's been on the news a lot last year, this year. And as of recently, today, I've been seeing a lot of negative news articles about, oh gosh, recession, here we go. But let me just say this. One of the sayings before I get into it, which is an inverted yield curve in the past 50 years has always been followed by a recession. But what's not true, or what's true is that a negative yield curve, inverted yield curve, does not always have a recession following it. There have been many instances where that's happened and there's been no recession, so keep that in mind. But what is a yield curve? Basically, it's boring. It's a graph in the fixed income realm where the bottom axis shows the various government treasuries, the maturities anywhere from 3 month, 6 month, year, 5 year, 10 year, 30 year. And then the y-axis, the vertical axis, is going to show the different yields that match with those maturities. And obviously, the higher the maturity, like a 30-year, 10-year, is going to give you a higher yield return over that period. Mostly because the longer you are having a vehicle in the market, it's subject to all different types of risks. Interest rate risk really being the biggest one when it comes to fixed income, fixed securities. So basically, the thing I wanted to get to on this is that we tend to look at the 10-year note, which is the gauge of how the economy is doing. Well, lately, shorter maturities, 3 month, 6 month, have been yielding higher returns than the longer maturities, such as the 10-year, 30-year. So kind of a negative sign, but overall, like I said, this does not always lead to a recession, but it will lead to a lot of fear and a lot of people possibly jumping out of the market at the worst time. So in the broader context of things, just like anything in the market, indicators, news, technical analysis, earnings reports, use them as a tool. Don't try to time interest rates. Don't try to time bottoms of the market to try and get a bargain discount deal. Don't try to time this trade war. Take it as it comes, let the market lead you. But when times are volatile, we do recommend having, a little bit of cash on the side or however much makes sense to you and holding on to your best performing stocks, bonds, whatever that is that you use. Use it in conjunction with other tools, read books during these tough times, but do not get into this idea that fear, reacting based off of, inverted yield curves always lead to recessions. Well, that's just not true. And you need to really just get more used to this being a way of life, and markets will always go up and down. And there will always be people telling you, oh, jump out of the market now, get in now. Well, I would say to that, just use your common sense, work with a wealth advisor that has a lot of experience, time in up and down volatile markets, and just go from there. But if you have any questions or concerns, you can always email me or call or contact us here. So take care.